Let me share a profound truth with you today. There are times in life when the best thing you can do is to simply step back. You see, in our quest for connection, we often forget the power of absence. We feel the need to constantly be present, to keep ourselves in the minds of others. But let me tell you, there's immense strength in letting go. Have you ever noticed how the value of something often increases when it's not easily accessible? The moment you take a step back, people begin to realize your worth. They start to miss you, not just your presence, but what you brought into their lives. Sometimes absence truly makes the heart grow fonder. Imagine a friend who always reaches out to you for support. They know you're there and they take it for granted. But when you decide to stop being so available, they begin to understand your value. They start to miss the comfort you provided, the laughter you shared, the wisdom you imparted. It's in that absence they come to appreciate who you are. You are not obligated to always be there for others. Life is not a never-ending service to others. It's about knowing your own worth. When you prioritize your own needs and desires, you cultivate a space where others must reflect on their actions and their relationship with you. Think about the times you felt undervalued or taken for granted. What did you do? Did you cling harder to those relationships, or did you take a step back and reevaluate? Often we chase after people hoping to show them how much we care. But sometimes it's the very act of stepping back that allows them to see the significance of your presence in their lives. Let me remind you, you were not created to be an option. You were designed to be a priority. Your time, energy, and love are precious gifts. When you recognize this, you empower yourself to create healthy boundaries. You are not meant to be at the beck and call of anyone. Instead, by allowing them to miss you, you invite them to appreciate your value. So take that step back. Allow people the space to reflect on the relationships they have with you. When they miss you, they start to realize that their lives are incomplete without you. This is not about playing games. It's about establishing respect and understanding. When you create distance, you ignite a desire in others to reconnect, to appreciate you, and to recognize your impact on their lives. Remember, my friends, that you are worthy of love, respect, and admiration. You deserve to be pursued, not taken for granted. By letting them miss you, you invite a deeper understanding of what you mean to others. Embrace this power, this strength, and watch as the dynamics of your relationships transform. Don't be afraid to step back and let the world see the beauty of your absence. Recognizing your worth is a fundamental aspect of living a fulfilled and meaningful life. You are not just a collection of talents or skills. You are a unique individual with intrinsic value. When you truly understand your worth, you begin to set boundaries that honor who you are and what you bring to the table. This recognition is crucial because it shapes the way you engage with the world and those around you. Many people drift through life allowing others to define their value. They seek validation in external opinions, basing their self-worth on how others perceive them. This is a dangerous trap, leading to disappointment and a constant need for approval. Instead, you must cultivate an inner sense of value that is independent of others' recognition. Think about the times you felt undervalued or overlooked. Perhaps it was in a friendship, a workplace, or even within your family. In those moments, did you find yourself questioning your abilities, your contributions, your very essence? When you allow others to dictate your worth, you surrender your power. You become a shadow of your true self, living for the applause and acceptance of those who may never truly appreciate you. Recognizing your worth means acknowledging your strengths, your passions, and your potential. It involves looking in the mirror and embracing the person staring back at you. You must see the talents you possess, the experiences that shape you, and the love you have to offer. This self-awareness is a powerful tool, allowing you to approach relationships with confidence and clarity. When you value yourself, you establish standards for how you deserve to be treated. You no longer settle for relationships that drain you, relationships where you are overlooked or taken for granted. Instead, you seek connections that uplift you, challenge you, and inspire you. You deserve to be surrounded by people who recognize the gift that you are and appreciate the light you bring into their lives. Self-worth also brings with it the courage to create space when necessary. It empowers you to let go of toxic relationships that don't reflect your value. When you choose to step back, you do so not from a place of bitterness, but from a place of self-respect. You understand that your presence is a gift and it should be treated as such. Recognizing your worth transforms the way you interact with others. You become intentional about your relationships, choosing to invest your time and energy where it is truly valued. This intentionality creates a ripple effect as those who genuinely appreciate you begin to gravitate toward you. They will recognize the strength and confidence you exude, which is rooted in your understanding of your own value. As you navigate your relationships, remember that your worth is not contingent upon anyone else's approval. You are worthy because you exist. You are deserving of love, respect, and appreciation simply for being who you are. Let this truth resonate within you. When you truly understand and embrace your worth, you free yourself from the chains of seeking validation from others. You stand tall, knowing that you are enough just as you are. Pain is often seen as a negative experience, something to be avoided at all costs. But I want you to shift your perspective and recognize that pain can be a powerful catalyst for growth and transformation. In our lives, we encounter pain in various forms: heartbreak, betrayal, loss, and disappointment. It is through these painful moments that we learn some of our most valuable lessons and discover the strength we never knew we possessed. Think about a time when you felt undervalued or overlooked. Maybe you invested your time and emotions in a relationship that ultimately left you feeling empty. In that moment, the pain was real. It hurt deeply. But what if I told you that this pain was not merely a burden to carry? What if it was an opportunity to reflect, to grow, and to rediscover who you truly are? When we are faced with pain, we are forced to confront our realities. We examine our relationships, our choices, and most importantly, ourselves. It is in these moments of introspection that we often discover the truth about our worth. We begin to ask ourselves important questions. Am I being treated the way I deserve? Am I surrounding myself with people who uplift me? Pain acts as a mirror, reflecting back to us what we may have overlooked: the need to value ourselves and to seek out those who recognize our worth. Moreover, pain can ignite a fire within us. It can push us to take action, to make changes that we may have been hesitant to pursue. When we allow ourselves to feel the depth of our hurt, we tap into a wellspring of strength. This strength fuels our desire to rise above our circumstances. We begin to understand that we have the power to create the life we truly want, one that aligns with our values and aspirations. Let's not forget that pain can also help us build resilience. Each time we face adversity, we gain the tools to navigate future challenges. We become stronger, wiser, and more aware of what we need in our lives. This resilience transforms the way we view ourselves and our relationships. We no longer accept the bare minimum. We demand more because we know we are worthy of it. When you experience pain in relationships, embrace it as a learning experience. Allow it to guide you to a place of self-discovery. It teaches us that some connections may not be meant for us and that it's okay to let them go. It gives us the courage to step back and create space, allowing those who truly value us to come forward. Pain can also foster empathy and compassion. As we navigate our own struggles, we become more attuned to the struggles of others. This connection allows us to form deeper bonds with those who resonate with our experiences. We begin to build a community of support, people who have walked similar paths and who understand the importance of valuing oneself. In essence, pain is not just an obstacle, it is a powerful teacher. It forces us to reevaluate our lives and our relationships. When we allow ourselves to experience and learn from our pain, we open the door to transformation. We emerge on the other side stronger, more self-aware, and ready to embrace the life we were meant to live. This journey of healing and growth enables us to let go of toxic relationships and create the distance necessary for others to miss us. We take charge of our lives, knowing that every painful moment is an opportunity for greatness. Creating space in your relationships is one of the most powerful actions you can take to honor your own worth and to allow others to recognize the value you bring into their lives. When you are constantly available, when you are always the first to reach out and the last to leave, you risk becoming a backdrop in someone else's story rather than the main character in your own. You must understand that presence is not the same as value. Sometimes it is in the absence that our true worth is illuminated. Think of a time when you were so accessible that you became invisible. You were there for every call, every text, every moment of need. But in doing so, you may have inadvertently sent a message that your time and energy are limitless. This is not the narrative you want to create. You want to establish that your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. When you create space, you invite others to reflect. You allow them the opportunity to truly miss you, to feel the absence of your energy, your insights, and your support. In this silence, they are forced to confront their own feelings about the relationship. Do they appreciate your contributions? Have they taken your presence for granted? This reflection can lead to a profound realization on their part that you are not just another face in the crowd, but a significant part of their lives. In the absence of your constant presence, people begin to recognize the weight of your absence. They might start to think about the times you offered encouragement, the moments you provided comfort, and the laughter you brought into their lives. Suddenly, they begin to see you as more than just a familiar figure. They start to understand that you are a unique blessing. This shift in perception can lead to deeper appreciation and respect for you and what you bring to the relationship. Moreover, creating space allows you to recharge and reconnect with yourself. In our busy lives, it is easy to lose sight of our own needs and desires. When we constantly pour ourselves into others, we can become depleted. Taking a step back gives you the chance to reflect on your own life, your own goals, and your own aspirations. It is a time to reassess what you truly want from your relationships. Do they align with your values? Are they nurturing and supportive, or are they draining you? Additionally, by creating space, you communicate a powerful message: you value yourself. You set a standard that says, I am worthy of respect, and my time is precious. This sets the tone for how others will engage with you moving forward. When they see that you are not afraid to step back and let them feel the impact of your absence, they are more likely to treat you with the respect you deserve upon your return. Creating space is not about withdrawing in anger or frustration. It is a conscious decision made from a place of love for yourself and for the relationship. You're not closing the door. You're simply allowing room for growth, understanding, and a deeper connection. It gives both parties the opportunity to reassess their feelings and intentions, leading to more meaningful interactions. Consider this: the most cherished moments in life often come from absence. Think of the joy you feel when reuniting with a loved one after a long separation. The anticipation, the excitement, the appreciation for their presence is magnified by the time spent apart. Relationships can thrive on this principle. When you create space, you build anticipation for your return, and you cultivate a deeper connection that is grounded in mutual respect and understanding. So embrace the power of creating space in your relationships. Allow the silence to speak volumes. Let those who may have taken you for granted feel the weight of your absence. In doing so, you not only empower yourself, but you also encourage others to recognize the treasure they have in you. This journey is not just about letting them miss you. It's about reinforcing the incredible value that you possess and inviting them to appreciate it fully. Consider how often we find ourselves always on call, ready to respond to every text, every phone call, every request for our time and energy. We are eager to show up, to be there for others, but in doing so, we often dilute our own significance. Think of it this way: if a precious resource is always readily available, it may lose its perceived value. But when that resource is scarce, its worth skyrockets. The same principle applies to our relationships. When you're always present, you may unknowingly send a message that you are easily replaceable. People begin to assume that you will always be there, waiting in the wings, ready to support them at a moment's notice. This can create a dynamic where your contributions go unnoticed, your efforts unappreciated. You become just another part of the scenery rather than a vital force in their lives. Now let's flip the script. When you create space, you allow the absence to do the work for you. Think of a time when you stepped back from a relationship. Perhaps you chose not to engage for a while, whether intentionally or out of necessity. Suddenly, your absence became noticeable. Those who took you for granted began to realize that something was missing. The laughter, the encouragement, the shared moments, all of it creates a void that can be felt deeply. In that void, they are given the opportunity to reflect. They start to evaluate the importance of your presence in their lives. They may think, I miss our conversations, or I didn't realize how much I relied on their support. This process of reflection can lead to a profound appreciation for you and what you contribute. It is in this space that they recognize your true value, not just as a friend or partner, but as an integral part of their happiness and well-being. Moreover, this absence allows you to demonstrate your worth without having to shout it from the rooftops. Sometimes we feel the need to advocate for ourselves, to insist that we deserve respect and love. But by simply stepping back, you create a natural environment for others to acknowledge your significance. The realization becomes organic, arising from their own thoughts and feelings rather than your insistence. Let's also consider the emotional aspect of this principle. Absence cultivates longing. When we are present all the time, we can take each other for granted. But when we step away, we create a longing for connection that drives a deeper appreciation for what we share. The absence serves as a reminder of the joy, support, and love that we bring into each other's lives. It's important to remember that your presence should be a privilege, not an expectation. When you recognize this, you empower yourself to set healthy boundaries. You give yourself permission to prioritize your own needs and desires without feeling guilty. This shift in mindset not only benefits you, but also enhances the quality of your relationships. As you create this space, embrace the notion that you are worthy of being missed. You are a unique individual with gifts and talents that deserve recognition and appreciation. Allow the world to feel the weight of your absence. In doing so, you teach others to value your presence. You remind them that they have a choice, and that choice carries with it the responsibility to honor the relationships that truly matter. This process is not about withdrawing in bitterness or anger. It's about stepping back to empower both yourself and others. It's a journey of understanding that your presence is significant and should be cherished. By allowing others to experience the absence of your light, you create a pathway for them to come to a deeper understanding of who you are and what you mean to them. This recognition can lead to stronger, more meaningful connections grounded in mutual respect and appreciation. Let's talk about the misconceptions surrounding the idea of letting others miss you. Many people might perceive this as a manipulative tactic, a way to play games with emotions. But I want to emphasize that this is not about manipulation, it's about self-respect and the recognition of your inherent value. It's essential to distinguish between a strategy aimed at control and a healthy decision made from a place of self-love and awareness. When we talk about letting others miss you, we are discussing the profound importance of valuing yourself and your time. This principle is grounded in the understanding that you deserve relationships that uplift and honor you, not merely tolerate your presence. When you continually make yourself available to those who don't appreciate you, you diminish your worth in their eyes. You become a convenience rather than a cherished companion. True empowerment comes from knowing that you have the right to prioritize your own well-being. By stepping back, you are not only allowing others the chance to reflect on your significance, but also affirming that your time and energy are precious commodities. This recognition is a crucial aspect of emotional health. It signals to the world that you are not willing to settle for anything less than respect and appreciation. Let's consider the impact of this self-affirmation on your relationships. When you create a little distance, you give others the chance to appreciate the unique gifts you bring into their lives. It allows them to realize that relationships require effort, commitment, and most importantly, recognition of each other's value. This is not a game, it's a natural and necessary part of building meaningful connections. Many times people fall into the trap of thinking that love and friendship should be unconditional. While it's beautiful to give love freely, there must also be a mutual acknowledgement of worth. By allowing yourself the space to be missed, you teach others that love is not just about proximity, but about appreciation and respect. You model the behavior that establishes healthy boundaries, encouraging others to value you not only for what you provide, but for who you truly are. This journey of letting others miss you is rooted in authenticity. It requires you to be genuine with yourself and others about your needs and desires. It's about saying, I deserve to be valued and respected, and acting accordingly. When you operate from this authentic place, you attract relationships that mirror your self-worth. Furthermore, this approach fosters an environment of growth. When you create space, you encourage both yourself and others to reflect on what truly matters. You provide an opportunity for deeper connections to flourish, ones that are built on mutual respect and understanding. This is not about withholding affection or care. It's about nurturing relationships that can withstand the test of time and distance. Remember, you have the power to define the terms of your relationships. You are not a mere accessory in someone else's life. You are a vital player in the story of your own life. Letting others miss you is not an act of revenge. It is an act of self-care, an expression of your commitment to your own worth. By creating this space, you not only allow others to reflect on their appreciation of you, but you also honor yourself in the process. This is the essence of true empowerment, a recognition that you deserve relationships that are grounded in respect, love, and genuine appreciation. When we talk about the power of letting others miss you, it's essential to understand that this principle fosters a deeper connection with yourself. It invites a journey of self-discovery and self-awareness that can be truly transformative. In a world filled with noise and distractions, we often lose touch with who we are and what we truly want. Stepping back from relationships allows us to reconnect with our own needs, desires, and aspirations. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to get caught up in the roles we play for others, whether it's as a friend, a partner, a colleague, or a family member. We often prioritize the expectations of others over our own true desires. But when we create space, we give ourselves the opportunity to reflect on our own identity outside of these roles. We can ask ourselves, who am I? What do I want? What makes me truly happy? This introspection is crucial because it allows us to redefine our boundaries and understand what we will accept in our relationships. When we spend time alone, we have the chance to evaluate the dynamics we've established with others. Are these relationships enriching our lives, or are they draining us? Are we being celebrated for who we are, or merely tolerated for what we provide? By stepping back, we gain clarity on our own worth, which is the first step toward establishing healthier relationships. Moreover, creating this distance enables us to reconnect with our passions and interests. Think about it. When was the last time you pursued a hobby or a passion without the interruptions of others? When you are always available to others, you often sacrifice your own interests and joys. Allowing yourself time away gives you the freedom to explore what lights you up. It could be painting, writing, exercising, or diving into a book. This time spent nurturing your own soul not only enriches your life, but also enhances your value in the eyes of others. When you engage in what makes you happy, you radiate joy, and that joy is magnetic. This self-reconnection is not just about pursuing individual interests. It also helps clarify our emotional needs. We often allow ourselves to become so entwined in our relationships that we forget to check in with our feelings. Are we feeling supported? Valued? Understood? By creating distance, we allow ourselves to feel our emotions more deeply. This emotional awareness is key to understanding what we need from our connections and how we want to show up in them. As we navigate this journey of self-reflection, it's also an opportunity to cultivate self-compassion. Many people are their own harshest critics, often feeling they don't measure up or aren't worthy of love and respect. Taking a step back allows us to practice kindness toward ourselves. We begin to realize that we are deserving of the same love and compassion that we so freely offer to others. This inner work reinforces our sense of self-worth, reminding us that we are enough as we are, enough as we are. In this space, we also learn the importance of patience. Relationships take time to develop, and so does self-discovery. By letting others miss you, you're not rushing the process, you're allowing it to unfold naturally. This patience cultivates a deeper understanding of your relationships and yourself. You start to appreciate that the best connections are not rushed, they are built over time, strengthened by mutual respect and acknowledgement of each other's worth. Moreover, this journey of self-discovery can ignite a newfound confidence. As you take the time to explore who you are and what you truly desire, you become more empowered in your interactions with others. You no longer seek validation or approval because you understand your intrinsic worth. This confidence is magnetic. It attracts people who resonate with your energy and appreciate you for who you truly are. Ultimately, letting others miss you is not just about creating absence. It's about creating a space where you can rediscover your authentic self. It's an opportunity to realign with your values, to reclaim your passions, and to cultivate a profound sense of self-love. This journey transforms not only how you view yourself, but also how others perceive you. When you know your worth and you are comfortable in your own skin, you invite deeper, more meaningful connections into your life. This empowerment becomes a foundation upon which you can build relationships that reflect your true self and enrich your life in profound ways. When we embrace the principle of letting others miss us, we open the door to transformative personal growth. This journey is about much more than creating distance. It's about the invaluable lessons we learn about ourselves and our relationships through this process. Stepping back from those around us can be a powerful catalyst for self-improvement, helping us to recognize the importance of our own journey. One of the most profound lessons we learn when we create space is the significance of self-awareness. In the hustle and bustle of our everyday lives, we often operate on autopilot, reacting to the demands and expectations of others without taking a moment to consider what we truly want. By intentionally withdrawing our presence, we invite moments of reflection that allow us to become more attuned to our own thoughts, feelings, and desires. This self-awareness is essential in helping us understand our motivations, needs, and boundaries. As we gain clarity about ourselves, we begin to identify patterns in our relationships. We may notice where we've been compromising our values or where we've allowed others to dictate the terms of our interactions. This newfound awareness enables us to make more conscious choices moving forward. We can ask ourselves difficult questions. Are we genuinely happy in our relationships? Are we being treated with the respect we deserve? This is a crucial step in our growth as it empowers us to establish healthier dynamics based on mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, creating space provides a fertile ground for introspection, which can lead to personal development. As we spend time alone, we have the opportunity to work on ourselves, our skills, our habits, and our emotional resilience. We can invest time in learning, whether that means reading, attending workshops, or seeking new experiences that help us grow. This self-investment is vital as it reinforces the idea that we are worthy of improvement and that we have the power to shape our destinies. Another valuable lesson lies in understanding the importance of emotional independence. When we are always available to others, we may unintentionally create a dynamic where our happiness becomes dependent on their actions and reactions. This can lead to frustration and resentment. However, by allowing ourselves to be missed, we learn that our emotional well-being is ultimately our responsibility. We can cultivate happiness and fulfillment from within rather than seeking it externally. This realization is empowering and liberating as it reinforces the idea that we are in control of our emotional landscape. As we develop emotional independence, we also enhance our ability to communicate our needs effectively. When we take time to reflect on our experiences and emotions, we become better equipped to articulate what we want and need from our relationships. This newfound clarity can lead to healthier, more honest conversations with those around us. By expressing our feelings and boundaries openly, we foster an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Letting others miss you also serves as a reminder of the importance of quality over quantity in our relationships. In today's fast-paced world, we often feel pressured to maintain numerous connections. However, it's the depth of our relationships that truly matters. When we create space, we allow ourselves to focus on the relationships that bring us genuine joy and fulfillment. We can invest our time and energy into those connections that uplift us and inspire us to be our best selves. Moreover, this process encourages us to develop resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and by allowing ourselves to step back, we learn to navigate these emotional ebbs and flows with grace. We become more adaptable, learning to cope with the feelings of longing or sadness that may arise during our absence. This resilience strengthens our character and deepens our understanding of ourselves. Finally, embracing this principle teaches us about the power of patience. Personal growth takes time, and letting others miss you is a reminder that meaningful relationships develop gradually. We learn to appreciate the process, understanding that real connections are built on mutual understanding and respect, not mere convenience. This patience enhances our ability to nurture the relationships that matter most to us, creating a solid foundation for future growth. As we navigate the lessons learned from allowing others to miss us, we emerge as more self-aware, resilient, and empowered individuals. This journey is not just about absence, it is about the incredible transformation that occurs within us when we choose to prioritize our own growth and